Hello everyone, welcome to my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. This is my first time playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In about 2 years. I took a pretty long break. I just started playing again because it's 4-year anniversary, I get some special SRs, some URs, and I just felt the need to play because of the new card game coming out soon, like the actual the not quick duel variant, right? So, I just threw together my old Bujin deck. I'm missing a few cards. This deck, I'm not running Arasuda, because I'll be completely honest, I forgot he existed. But besides that, this is a pretty normal deck. I'm using some of the new Light Sworns. I opened a few boxes. I got really lucky with this SR. I pulled it twice. Out of the... I have 3 of them total, but it's only banned to 2. But I did the 99 cents buy for an SR, and I just got one. And I pulled the other 2 naturally from like 5 packs. So I got super lucky with this card. But I'm missing the other SR, so it makes the deck a little clunky. I have Lumina, I have that one. I have Lila, because she's a super old card. Besides that, I didn't know how to make the deck 30 cards, and I just figured might as well. So I just threw in some supports, like just some really old ones that I just still had laying around. I figured Shuffle Reborn would be fine if I ever got like super fucked. I have Destiny Draw, so I was like, I could pull any of these cards if I really needed them, so I was like, I'll just be Yami Yugi. But I had an interesting duel in the Casey Cup, where I'm not quite sure if I played it well and just won naturally, if that my opponent misplay at the end and that's why I won, or if it was just a mixture of both. But I figured I'd show you guys a duel. We'll just look over it and we'll show you what happened, because I'm actually really proud of how this duel went. Alright, I'll pull up the duel right here. It's me versus Anthony? I have no idea where he's from. I haven't played the new area at all. I know his skill because he's using this duel, but I've never seen it before until now. So right here, before I go to his turn, I got a really good starting hand. My Yamato in your starting hand for Bujins is basically just, it's so good. It's like the best card you can have in your starting hand. And I also pulled the Mill card, the Charge of the Light Brigade. And so what this allows me to do is add Lila to my hand. And since I have Lumina, this allows me to do a combo later. And then Dimensional Prison is just a really nice card to have. So we'll let this go. Well, look at my mill. I milled a Centipede, which I'll never end up using this duel because he's playing Thunder Dragons. He doesn't run back row. And then there's a Bujinji Hair, which ends up being really clutch. And then I have Mikazuchi. A little sad he's gone, but that's fine. Here, I had Crane to my hand, and I sent Lilia to the graveyard because with Lumina's effect, when I summon her, I can discard 1 card, which I'm really betting that it's a Bujin monster here, because the majority of my deck is. Obviously, if it's spell card, I can still do it, it's just a little less optimal. But then I can summon Lila. So let's just go through. He just sets. So right here, I do the combo, summon Lumina. I pulled a Hair. So that's really good for me. So I can send him to the graveyard to activate the effect. So now I have 2 Light Sworns, so that means I get a double mill. Right here, he has 2 Sphere Kribos. I know this because he didn't turn off his dual toggle. So he activates 1, and then it still goes through. So that means he has 2. So right here, this is a really big blunder, I think. I kind of understand why it is. If you look, what Yamato killed is he killed the Glow Up Bulb, which is really core to his deck, except he should have Sphere Kribo'd Yamato, because if you look, he knows I have a Bujinji Crane, and I have a Hair, right? So him being in attack position means I can swing over any monster he summons at me, unless he summons like some insane monster, which I don't think this deck runs anything that high. So Lumina being in defense doesn't matter at all because I want her off the field right away. So if you look what happens with my mill, I get my attack, I just swing in with Lumina, and then both their effect activates. Well, first I activate Yamato's effect. I want to make sure I guarantee get a Sinew, because if I have a Sinew and a Crane, that means I can do 2 monsters per turn, and that's really hard to get over. Because even if he summons 2 monsters, I can still beat them just with Yamato, and I still have the Hair, so I can still break negate effects. Lila's effect activates first. I got really shit mills on here, right? So my Mikazuchi, really sad to lose, and I also have a Boar. Like 2 Boars. Which Boars are good on during my turn, but considering it's about to be his turn, those are really useless to me right now. Then we look over at Lumina's mill. She mills 2 Yamatos and a Turtle. The Turtle ends up being clutch, but milling 2 Yamatos means if he gets this off the field once, I am boned. I cannot do anything. So he's actually running Light Sworns too. Let me scroll down. I'm not quite sure all of his cards. I can't check because it's the KC Cup. He activates Glow Up Bulb. He's gonna Synchro right here. So this is why he wants his Glow Up Bulb to die. Right, he summons Black Rose Dragon. So Thunder Dragon's effect activates. He's gonna summon a monster on his turn, and then Black Rose effect activates, where she's gonna wipe the whole board. I do have Hair in the grave, so that prevents untargetable spells from killing me. So that goes through. I save Yamato. Then what he does here, he summons a Thunder Dragon. He does Compensation. That's the new skill. And then he adds Hand of Lightsworn. That's the card I wanted. That's the card I'm missing. I wish I had this card. So it goes through. Summons Vermilion Dragon Mech. Activates the Thunder Dragon's effect. Adds another one to his hand. He's going to activate the effect. Try to swing over Yamato. Not swing over, but destroy. I have Turtle, so that goes through. I save him this time. Then after this, I'm not quite sure how this card works. I think you banish 3, you can summon it. I activate Bujin Crane. See, right here, I use Bujinji Crane right here because it doubles my initial attack. I wasn't sure if Leveneer had an effect to raise the attack during the duel, so I used Bujinji Crane first because I know Vermilion can't. So I used that safely for Vermilion. It goes through. Then I use Sinew here because what Sinew does is it adds attack equal to the current attack of the enemy's monster to mine, right? During the damage step only. So it goes through. He gets hit. Yamato's still on the board. I swing in. I know he has a Fear Kuriboh. This is a misplay from me. I knew he had this. And if he can summon 2 monsters, I only have 1 hair. That means I only can defend it from destruction once. And as I said before, I milled my other 2 Yamatos right here. So I have no way to get him back. I'd have to Destiny Draw. Except he probably wouldn't attack me. So I'd be really in a not opportune spot right there. But I do it anyways. I use his effect. I add a Harume to my hand, and I just get rid of Night Beam. He's not running back row, I don't think. This seems like a really blitz deck. So I didn't think I needed it, so I got rid of it. Because with this, I plan on XYZ summoning Tsukiyomi later on. It's right here. It's his turn. He activates Thunder Dragon. What is this card? This is an old one. Dragonhawk. See, I don't understand this play either. He uses Compensation. He uses Thunderhawk's effect. But he doesn't swing with Thunder Dragon Roar, right? I do have a hair, so I can defend from the destruction effect, but even if the duel went on longer, this could have helped me out later on, so I don't understand why he didn't just get rid of the fuel, like just leaving it in my graveyard seems a little sloppy, but I'm not quite sure. He just might not have read the card. He might have just been scared because there's an activation delay, and I just, with Tsukiyomi and Crane, I just swung over his 2 boss monsters, so maybe that's why he's not too eager to attack. But right here, I luck out because I get a quill in here. So what I do is I banish Harume. Not banish. I summon her. I banish Mikazuchi to summon Harume. I XYZ summon Tsukiyomi. I use his effect to send quill into the graveyard. And then I draw 2. Right? So now I have a Sinew. The Forbidden Lance is fine. That doesn't go through in this duel. Except what this does is that I can banish Quillen. And then I can just kill Thunder Dragon Roar. His effect activates, but it has to be in defense position. So then I summon my Tsukiyomi. My Sinew, sorry. And then I can just swing in with both of them, and I have exact lethal, so he just surrenders. But I'm not quite sure why he didn't attack. I think I played that duel really clean. I was really proud of how that duel went. I had a really good starting hand. I'm not quite sure how good his was, but his deck seems good. I know it's top tier. But that was the duel. I was really happy with it. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. I'll do some more. Or if you have any decks you want me to review or play, just let me know. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.